I have sat here and I've said it on countless occasions. Say, if there's one thing I would name about MPP for, is the fact that they are very big crybabies. Now, I am not even going to blame them. I am going to blame Ghanaians. Yen Ghana for ena ya peneso amana banesa. Yen Ghana for ni yaye ema sansem ni nano esi. Tientia na meka sa. Yen yaye to your mind we mu. We are all in this country. We've seen what's going on here. MPP for yencrophobia. Send ya makano or no the obe person obedi watem. Now so who didn't attempt ya nende ya. Or no beba chrono. Ukokobonu chrono ni bia nende ya. That is how MPP for it. They be ameka say yenkrofo say your time hunu. Listen, sit down and study these people and tell me say the American ye no carry an answer meboa. And there Osei Mensa Bonsu sense in same way CC and there Osei Mensa Bonsu same way Bekatre Ghana for and they say Alban Bagbin biased towards NDC. Now we don't have to ignore that. Now my main king I have a message for senior Osei Mensa Bonsu. As a former majority leader, Osei Mensa Bonsu has weighed in on the current impasse between the majority and minority in parliament, expressing strong support for current majority leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin's decision to take parliamentary disputes to the Supreme Court. He believes that Speaker Alban Bagbin's perceived favoritism towards the National Democratic Congress has exacerbated tensions, making judicial intervention necessary. In a recent interview on Sumpa FM, monitored by mynewsgh.com, Chairman Bonsu highlighted the importance of seeking clarity from the judiciary, particularly when the Speaker's action appears to undermine the majority side. I said the Supreme Court is the ultimate authority when it comes to interpreting the law. He asserted, noting that Bagbin's rulings have repeatedly favored the opposition and disrupted parliamentary processes. The decisions made by the Speaker have affected our work in ways that cannot be ignored. Afenyo-Markin was right to take the matter to court, especially given how challenging things have become, Chairman Bonsu added. He did not mince words in criticizing Speaker Bagbin, accusing him of consistently leaning towards the NDC in his decision. Into say Alban Bagbin, Ohesenia war ran the parliament na Afenyo-Markin edwane akọ Supreme Court no, nenka was Afenyo-Markin edwane kọ. Esefata say Afenyo-Markin wo ye saa de no. Na time bia asem bia beba e wo parliament bia no. Alban Bagbin edi ema MPP. This is not an isolated case. It is a pattern. We have seen time and again how the Speaker's rulings have been in favor of the NDC, putting the majority at a disadvantage, Chairman Bonsu said. Reflecting on Babe's tenure, Chairman Bonsu suggested that the Speaker has used his position to advance opposition interest. It is evident that the Speaker's decisions are not neutral, and this is something that has caused a lot of frustration within the majority, he remarked. Also, evidence say Alban Bagbin, the decision no enye neutral. Now Alban Bagbin supported NDC. Despite criticism from some circles, Chairman Bonsu dismissed concerns that taking parliamentary matters to court undermines the separation of powers. We cannot let the principle of separation of powers stop us from seeking justice. If the Speaker is overstepping, it is only right that we turn to the court for clarity, he stated firmly. He emphasized the need for action to prevent further disruptions in Parliament, warning that without legal clarity, the Speaker's biased rulings could continue to derail legislative progress. We need the Supreme Court to step in and provide the necessary interpretation. Otherwise, the situation will persist and it is unsustainable. Me say, San Crofo we na Sunday, ombekwa kopiem won sorry. Na omunsofo amomo microphone ni amomo Bible say yesre elder brana be preachi emayen. Brana be preachi wa sorry. San Crofo ni na no. Sa ende Osei Mensa Bonsu ka say Alban Bagbin into your Supreme Court say fatasi yenko. We sat in this country during the first term of Osei Mensa Bonsu. When Osei Mensa Bonsu was properly the majority leader during President Akufo-Addo's first term. And we saw what Professor Michael Kyei did. Osei Mensa Bonsu didn't feel that Professor Michael Kyei in some way, it was biased towards the MPP. We all sat in this country. Assemble ne ba time the speaker Professor Michael Kyei odi ema NDC pen. NDC issue bi o me rezibia na Michael Kyei etwa form so. It got to a time where na MPP for mo person mo force taxes and some other embrebi eto Ghana for so. And the NDC rejected it. So time no even in parliament, na mo form quorum. Even in parliament, now performed by parliament, it wasn't the time for you to even take decisions in parliament. It wasn't the time for you to even form quorum because now perform na parliament no omunso say na nka mo be pass sambra no. The Professor Michael Kyei eba parliament that time no and was just or passing brano say or pass so or passing brano no pass no abon brano so this one has been passed, this one has been back. Muntaka stood in parliament whilst Professor Michael Kyei was doing that. Muntaka stood in parliament and was shouting on Professor Michael Kyei, said, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" Parliament Emratre said, "You need a specific number and so be passing bra. Yen so ye now so pass it because we MPP ni." No one shouted. That time, now Osei Mensa Bonsu, a majority leader, he didn't speak. And then Osei Mensa more Kasate said, "Yeah, Alban Bagbin decision I will take here." But you see how so ye can say uncle for ye nyachoma. So won't say MPP for ye nyacho. Omo Kasate said, "Yeah, Alban Bagbin adia wa ye ne kra no eye bonibia esia ensi da." And that's how they are speaking. Utie Osei Mensa Bonsu krasa nya wakasa na asa Alban Bagbin adia wa oye no eye boni ama ema eye boni a wo bi nyeda ede na eye boni no. Decision na Professor Michael Kyei take ya mo kasa mo ye kom na parliament emratre say obi ekọ independent a yeyi ne to akonwa na Alban Bagbin na dimbra so na wa ye na ena mo kasa te say the Alban Bagbin wa ye boni bi nsi da say ane afenwuma kenko Supreme Court na se fata se okọ because Alban Bagbin ne kra no o ya ade enye na o ya ma NDC itu odimbra so a o ya ma NDC no it is sabi previous a more MPP mpanyimfo more MPP politicians no mo to maintain simple country mo ho say o de at least yentenase ne yendwene hu ne say ade e koso ye ya na say like sa ade ni mu books mu MPP mpanyimfo sa ade no eni mu books mu. For you, it is all about say it should go in your favor. Whether you have to bend the law and then it should go in your favor by all means. If it doesn't go in your favor, then ipa konenye. Na me de me Osei Mensa Bonsu kranka me mambe kasa. Na MPP fo bua yaji time am wompo de at least even in the NDC omoji free we insem no eno na nheda enche sa eno na wechi because na NDC nim say omunim say omoji free how na do sinsem e de nsem beba nti na wechi na momo de ne de akakakra na mo ye beto aba na wo yaje opposition free nsem as a majority leader. Get your position ye free nsem as majority leader and the crown parliament kra ye hu biom ya retire. Now so still why you wadwin say you defend your people esha wobo and esha wo ho. For those who think I'm lying, let me show you Professor Michael Kyei versus look at the story. It was in 2018, MPP's first term. I say exactly 2 years ago, the member of parliament for Asawasi and minority chief whip in parliament, Alhaji Mohammed Muntaka, stated that Speaker of Parliament Michael Kyei is autocratic for the passage of controversial legal profession regulations bill. He made a statement in an interview with Star News's parliamentary correspondent Ibrahim Al-Hassan. The bill, which was passed on March 2nd, 2018, allows the General Legal Council to continue to conduct entrance exams at the Ghana School of Law. According to Muntaka, the speaker took horrendous decision, which made him a voice of autocracy in the House. I say everybody sees how terrible the speaker is taking decisions in the House. He lamented. The Asawase MP believed that the speaker's autocratic rule led to the passage of the bill, so his conduct should be thoroughly checked, else he will become a threat to Ghana's democracy. I say, and I keep repeating that the civil society should be interested in how the speaker is conducting himself. It is so terrible. We have rules. As for listening to us, you listen. Make your ruling. And if we want the ruling, we know what we want to do. But to deliberately and continuously do what he's doing, he's the biggest threat to our democracy. This is what Muntaka was saying. Mohamed Muntaka aired his lack of confidence and disappointment in Speaker's conduct as he expected better from him, given his level of knowledge. I say it is too much unbecoming of somebody who has written so many books on theory, and now he has the opportunity to turn his theories into practicals. He's completely messing up, he concluded. Kyei, as a minority chief whip, Muntaka Mubarak has blamed the Speaker of Parliament, Professor Michael Kyei, for the passage of controversial legal profession regulations bill 2018. The bill, which was passed on Friday, allows the General Council, Legal Council, to continue to conduct entrance exams at the Ghana School of Law. Now, the entire now Alban Michael Kyei chine say, time na Michael Kyei pass a bill no, na enson ye say obe pass a bill no, sa time no na Parliament, the number of people that was on Parliament and sana ye passing mbrano na microphone ni ho. Nanso Michael Kyei as the speakership no oyusu ni speakership ede by force ede passing mbrano. Mbra o ono ne de ne ye mbra a Ghana na ye bedi so. Na mbra ne kire say o person passing mbra wo Parliament make sure say a specific number at least en wo Parliament answer. That number na ni ho, but the ono ne pe and the passing mrano ema the whole Ghana. Intana na Muntaka se mo waka ne say, yan hwe ya Michael Kyei ebebo Ghana. Because nipa baako e de ne pe passing mra dia, and obetumi e de mra bia a pass, obetumi aba be passing mra bia keke. We sat in this country and we saw that conduct. Mo po de mwenya mo trade didim. Alban Bagbin impu de obeteki decision o make sure say quorum, o make sure say munna mo aba. At least Alban Bagbin in same be background na otiemo ema bi ebi komo mo line embra na Michael Kyei ono oye speaker no otie NDC for onfi ompo se omu ye nipa no onfi NDC for ompo se omu ye nipa otwe form so de bia. Then today ade awo that time wo ye majority leader and na momo so and na Michael Kyei take decision e pame mo angasa mo member of parliament because we this same thing. Nene obi fufuraba na mu nipa ye the same thing here pamene dia mo se dabi nipa kono we di bone nti o se ye dwane ko Supreme Court decision no mind ho de hu ne say ye biased na so Alban Bagbin de ye biased muni na se ni America na Sunday mo be kwa asori na mukita Bible na ya asori if you say mo ye MPs nti na osofo Nyamen country na say one mamo Bible say mum preach ba oye MP nti oferi wenim. No the Bible ashe on say yesre honorable, do you have a word for us? Because we want you to feel happy in the church and we want you to stay in the church there. Honorable, do you have a word for us? Not honorable, yeah, the Bible abrel. Now honorable ababichi na ni penim asori enim say o preaching. By their deeds you shall know them. Mutre mo adwen me da se.